Hi friends, this is Jeremy Flagg, personal development expert, life coach, coming your way, talking to you today about the silent killer of your success. The silent killer, the one that's behind your back at all times, the one that's creeping behind you, taking life away from you, taking the days away from what you want to do and what you dream to achieve. That's what I mean by the silent killer. I was awakened to the silent killer in my own life last year. Let me tell you a little story. I went to Lake Michigan for the first time with some family friends. We had a great time, but I think we're like the second day. And they said, you've got to go see the sand dunes. Now, I was completely unaware of the terrain of Lake Michigan until we went to Warren Dunes Park. And man, it was a lot of fun. We got there, we started coming, and we saw these 300-foot high dunes next to the lake. It was incredible. It was a lot of fun. The kids were excited. We were excited. We're reeling up, parking the car, looking at the face of this dune and seeing people walking up and down and sliding down and having fun. And the kids were like, Dad, we've got to go up this dune. Like, first things first. We cannot go sit on the beach. We've got to go get up this dune. So I said, okay, babe, let's do it. Let's go have some fun. So I took two kids, right? Lisa was behind me with our friend, and so the ladies decided they would go switchbacking up the side of the dune because they saw it as too steep up front. But me and my other trusty friend Brad decided we would just go straight up the face of this thing, us 40-plus-year-old men. So we decided we would just go straight up and have a good time with the kids, because the kids were going straight up, right? We're just going to go keep a watchful eye on them and complete our task. Well, let me tell you, friends, if you've never been on a dune before, it tests your spirit. It tests your physical abilities as well, but let me tell you, it really tests your will to get up the face of this dune. So we're like halfway up. I mean, every step is like, a lunge. So it was a lot of work. It was like, 6 inches or more deep at the surface, maybe deeper. And it was just a constant, slog to get up there. When we got a little over 3/4 of the way, my heart's beating out of my chest. I'm looking at my friend Brad going, I'm not sure about this, buddy. We're almost there. And he looks up and sees the top and says, hey, deep breath. Let's just get our way up there. I don't care how fast we got to go. Let's just get done with this thing. So we both took a deep breath and we went for it. And we sprinted up to the top as fast as we could. Got to this log that was laying down next to a tree trunk I guess where it came from, assumingly where it came from. And we grabbed this tree trunk and pulled ourselves up. And we got up there and we were able to sit on this felled log for a second. And man, I must have been sitting for about 10 seconds before I looked over at him and I said, man, I'm not feeling so good. And I just passed out right at the top of the dune. Now, my wife Lisa hadn't made it up yet because she was switchbacking and taking things in a smart way. Me, I was, more gung-ho about it. I was going to get things done. Well, I'm passed out at the top of the dune. The kids are yelling. My wife is now up at the top, right? She comes over and shakes me awake. I don't know how long I was out. She says maybe 30 seconds, 40 seconds. It was long enough for me to have a wake-up call, because the silent killer had been in my life over my health and my physical activity for a really long time. Silent killer shows up like this, right? Well, someday I'll get healthy. Someday I'll work out again. Someday I'll watch what I eat. But not today. Today I'm going to have fun. Today I'm going to live it up. Today I'm not going to bother with working out. Today I'm not going to bother about all this. But someday caught up with me at the top of that dune. And I know you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what your someday is. I don't know what your silent killer is. I don't know what kind of story you've been telling yourself about your health or your wealth, your finances, about your family time, about your relationship with your spouse, about your career, about anything in any area of your life. I don't know what you've been telling yourself. I don't know what your someday is, but my someday caught up with me on the top of that dune at Warren Dunes State Park in Lake Michigan last year. I passed out, I woke up, my wife was standing right there and basically just said, you, my friend, have just had a wake-up call and now you're on notice. And I don't know if any of you have ever had your spouse put you on notice before, but it usually means I'm watching you, buddy, and you better make a move. So it actually didn't happen right away, because someday it was a habit. The silent killer of procrastination is no joke. Procrastination puts off to someday what we should be doing today, just taking action. See, friends, I was getting too caught up in what the end goal was going to be, or what it is exactly that I wanted out of my health goals, and I was thinking 49 steps ahead, and I was neglecting to do number one. Just the next step. That's all I had to do. Just the next best step. That's all I had to do. Years ago, I used to listen to a guy named Mike Littman, success coach in the East Coast, and he was so much fun to listen to. He's just so boisterous and full of passion. But one of my favorite things he used to say that I remembered all these years was, you don't have to get it right, you just have to get it going. You don't have to get it right, you just have to get it going. That's it. I don't have to get anything right about my health journey, I just need to get it going. Because the someday had put me off to that moment when I'm climbing up the face of the dune, I'm playing the highlight reel of, soccer playing college athlete running up the dunes, and I'm 40, I'm out of shape, and I'm overweight, and there's no way I'm making it up that thing without passing out. I don't know how many of you are feeling like this might be relevant to your life, but I'm sharing this story to let you know that there's a silent killer for all of us, and there's a someday trying to catch up to all of us. And procrastination is just putting off for the future the promises that we made for ourselves today. And I don't want you to live that way. I didn't want to live that way anymore, so I took action. I took action. You know what? I decided for myself, without my family's help, I was going to go and try something different. I decided to go grain-free because the grain was my number one problem, I thought. I'd read an article about it. I had listened to my own body over the years, and guess what? It totally worked. So far, I've dropped 22 pounds. I feel pretty great about that. But in addition to that, I decided I wanted to increase my energy and increase my strength. So to do that, I joined a gym. So now I've joined a gym, and I've been trying to work on that habit next. Just the next step. That's all I'm doing, just the next step. Have I arrived yet? I don't know what arriving looks like. And that's the key. Do I feel healthier? Yes. Do I feel happier? Absolutely. Am I making progress toward the mastery of my own health? Yes. Does all that feel awesome? Yes, yes, and yes. Check marks. Would you call that success? I would. I quit putting off to someday what I should be doing today. And that's all I want you to do, friends. You don't have to get it right. You just have to get it going. What's that thing in your life that just needs the next step? Stop thinking about step 17 and step 29 and just think about number one. Just do number one. That's all you got to do. What's that thing in your life today that you need to do number one in? So just take that time right now. Take this moment just for a second and think, what's that thing that I've been putting off till someday that needs to be done today? And what's one thing I can do to move toward that goal, that dream, and that desire right now? I don't have to wait. I don't have to think. I just got to do it. Just go. Is it going to get a book on Amazon? Is it going to watch a video on YouTube? Is it, making a phone call to a friend because you got to go get something done? Whatever it is, do something you can take decisive action on right now. Take the next best step. Just the next best step. That's all you've got to do. You no longer have to succumb to the secret killer of your success when all you do is take the next best step. Hope you enjoyed this video, friends. I'll be back at you soon with more success tips in 2018. Enjoy the beginning of your year, and remember, don't let the secret and silent killer sneak up behind you and take away the years from your life. Just take the next best step, and your dreams will become a reality.